Good day, everyone. This video is just a fairly lengthy rant about um, Dark Corvus. So recently, the Epic 7 development team announced that each player will get a chance to acquire one Moonlight hero from the six original Moonlight heroes from Season 1. So they revealed the list to be Arbiter Vildred, ML Dark Corvus, Ruel, Spectre Tenebria, and Judge Kisei. This video, now most people would probably go for one of the other heroes like Arbiter Vildred and Spectre Tenebria, but I guess this video is just sort of a way to highlight some merits that would hopefully convince you to pick Dark Corvus instead, especially for new players or players who play Epic 7 on a more casual scale. Just as a full disclosure, currently I have three of these heroes in my collection. So right now I do have Arbiter Vildred, of course Dark Corvus, and Ruel. And I use both RB and Dark Corvus quite heavily, but as of late, I don't really use Ruel anymore, although I have her built quite badly. So, yeah, I will run you through some pros and cons and I guess some thoughts on Dark Corvus as a hero in the current Epic 7 meta. For starters, I guess these are just sort of quick bullet points on whether or not Dark Corvus is actually fits your playstyle or how you want to play Epic 7. So just a few quick points. Dark Corvus is for you if you're a casual player who hates rolling for gear and doesn't do a ton of RTA. So right now, I really hate rolling for gear, especially speed gear. As you know, the RNG for equipment upgrades is pretty bad, especially for free players. And also, as you know, my Dark Corvus has been really effective. He kept me climbing up and camping to Challenger Arena. And I'm pretty sure I could push to champion if I had the time to do it. And the best part is he is currently equipped with free gear, so yeah, that's pretty good. Dark Corvus is also for you if you already have a stable farming team. So as a lot of players have pointed out, Arbiter Vildred is not only good for PvP, but he is also excellent as a dog farmer. And the best thing about him is you don't really need to swap out gears, whether he's on PvP or PvE. And but I think that with the changes they also announced during the weekend, where you only need to equip, you only need to burn your energy with your best heroes, and all the excess experience will be accumulated and be turned into penguins, so you really don't need to swap out heroes anymore. So I think that's one way you could just build a farming team that doesn't contain Arbiter Vildred but can finish stages quite quickly. So that should allow a lot of players to build farming teams that don't really contain heroes like Arbiter Vildred. And lastly, Dark Corvus is for you if you want to camp in Challenger Arena and you prefer inevitable wins over speed and resist RNG. So as you also know, in my PvP matches, most of my fights are built around a Dark Corvus team composition. So usually I bring in Dark Corvus, couple healers, and one slot that's usually free for whatever fun I have. So that's one way to do it, I guess, and I don't really have to worry about outspeeding my opponents whenever I use Dark Corvus in my team. Now, on the other hand, you could also argue that Dark Corvus may not be for you, especially if your PvP playstyle is more of a speed cleave. So if you prefer, just smashing through opponents' defenses with large damage, you might want to pick up one of the other Moonlight heroes that have been mentioned or have been shown. Also, Dark Corvus may not be for you if you want to do RTA and you do not have a lot of the other meta characters yet. So by meta characters, really, I'm specifically just referring to Arbiter Vildred again and Spectre Tenebria. So I'm pretty sure they're two of the most heavily used picks in RTA. I don't do RTA really, so I don't really care about those two heroes. But like I mentioned, I already have Arbiter Vildred, so I will likely pick Spectre Tenebria just for a waifu factor. And lastly, Dark Corvus is not for you if you want all PvP battles to be fast. So as you could see in some of my previous videos, some Guild War battles take such a long time. But I win eventually, but some people do not really have the luxury of time. So yeah, they might want to build their characters or their teams in another direction. But personally, since I have a stable internet connection, I don't have to worry about timing out. I don't really mind doing long fights with Dark Corvus teams. So yeah, these are some of the points you might want to keep in mind when picking your free ML heroes. So yeah, let's just go to the quick pros and cons of picking Dark Corvus for your party. Of pros and cons on why you should give a thought about picking Dark Corvus over the other free heroes that will be coming out. I'll be switching from my notes to Epic 7 just to show you a quick demonstration of how I built my characters and how I built my other characters to support Dark Corvus himself. So the first pro for Dark Corvus is he is very, very easy to build. What I mean by that is he is very usable with free gear. So the free HP gear from a couple events ago and the HP set you get from chapter 3, they slot in quite nicely with Dark Corvus. So he's also very easy to get max SSS imprint because he only requires 4-star characters for his imprint, and he is fairly low on the Mola investment. He really only needs max Mola in S3, or you could do less if you're not fighting a lot of strong opponents yet. But yeah, he's pretty low on the Mola investment scale. So let me show you my Dark Corvus right now. Okay, so right now, as you can see, I maxed his S3 and maxed his S2. So that's his passive that allows him to build up his S3 meter very quickly. You don't really need Molas in S1. I kind of want this to be refunded at some point, but yeah, it is what it is. So right now, as I mentioned earlier, he's very, very easy to get SSS, which also gives him a large amount of health, and which in turn sort of feeds into the damage for his S3, which as you know, it deals large amount of damage based on his max health. And one thing to note is this is true damage, so it ignores enemy defense, so it's pretty powerful to begin with. So right now my Dark Corvus is built with level 75 HP gear we got from. I'm not sure if this is still available, but this was an event some months back. My Dark Corvus is currently also equipped with a Strack Gauntlet, if only for the effect resistance bonus that it provides. And it also gives a ton of HP, which again fuels his S3 damage. I'll show you his stats. We don't really care much about his attack, but I guess most of his stats, the priority is defense. No, the top priority is of course HP, because it's the one thing he needs to kill enemies. Next priority is just a mix of, I guess, defense, so he will be even more tanky. And apart from that, as much speed and effect resistance as you can get. As you could see here, he definitely could still be optimized. There's a lot of wasted stats on critical hit chance and attack, but yeah, this is what I'm working with right now, and yeah, he is very good for my purposes. So second pros for Dark Corvus is he is literally he takes away half the stress in Guild Wars. So as you know, in normal Guild Wars, you fight with 2 teams of 3 different people, and having Dark Corvus with me essentially makes it so that I only have to think of the second fight. For the first team with Dark Corvus, I don't really need to think about it anymore. What I mean by that is, for Dark Corvus team compositions, I only just usually bring Dark Corvus and a couple of healers to support him, and then the other team could be whatever team I need to defeat it. So usually it goes from cleave teams with Arbiter Vildred or an assassin team. So what I mean by assassin team is a single target extinction unit like Lilibet, to kill the enemy Vildred or something, and then you could take out the rest of their team. So it makes your team compositions pretty flexible in Guild Wars, since you only have to worry about one team. So I'll just show you my typical teams for Dark Corvus. Let's just bring him up here. So usually, as I mentioned, I guess the only, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the only thing about having a Dark Corvus team is you kind of have to build a ton of Soul Weavers to support him, depending on the elements that the enemy team has. So say in Guild Wars, my most heavily used, I used the usual Soul Weavers like Akatis, A Momo, Elena, and Destina, and Rowana. But apart from that, I also bring in like backup Soul Weavers. I found that even though she's a meme unit, Kizuna is really effective in Guild Wars if the opponent doesn't have a water unit, because she brings a lot of cleanse and a ton of healing, especially when equipped with Celestine. And then Elena, she's really good against AoE teams. And then Doris is excellent against teams with heavy focus on dark characters like Remnant Violet. And then otherwise Angelica for immunity, Ray for cleanse. So usually a Dark Corvus with 2 Soul Weavers could handle most teams with low sustain or single target DPS, or even super tanky teams like Knight with 25k HP and Reviver. Those teams like that are not a problem for Dark Corvus. And I guess lastly, the last pro for Dark Corvus is he has a great fighting chance against the current tank meta. So usually most of the teams we see in arena from challenger above are the golden boys, so ML Crow, A Tywin, and General Burgess. So teams like that are not really a problem for Dark Corvus. Usually specifically my Dark Corvus deals like 27 to 28,000 damage on Soulburn S3. So most units don't really stand a chance against that amount of damage. So yeah, so teams, even teams with revived teams with Rowell and Rowana, or even both of them in the same team, are not a problem for Dark Corvus. You just sort of need to know which target to prioritize. In this case, usually it's Rowell, so she can't revive anyone else. And lastly, tanks like FCC and Crow. So FCC, as you know, she absorbs a ton of damage, puts up really thick shields, but Dark Corvus can easily punch through those shields. And for Crow, his S3 is yet another huge damage dealer. So the thing is, you can exploit the AI so that it only targets Dark Corvus. So for teams with Crow, say, you could bring in a lot of Earth units, and so his S3 would only target Dark Corvus, and Corvus could easily soak up like 15-20k damage and hit back and knock out the enemy unit. So for his cons, Dark Corvus is not that good in RTA. Actually, he is pretty good, but if your opponent sees that you drafted him, there's a very good chance that they will either play control or they would just ban him. So he's also a good ban bait, actually. And then a second con is some arena or guild war battles could become lengthy. So the thing about Dark Corvus is you have to be a bit knowledgeable on your target prioritization. So if you sort of by mistake kill a damage dealing unit when the enemy team has revivers, you sort of have wasted time, since they will revive it and you have to fill up Dark Corvus's S3 again. So it's quite a bit of a waste of time if that happens. And his last issue is that he has some issues with very high-end control teams. So even if sometimes actually my team comps have a decent resist, but resistance RNG still happens, and there would be times that you will lose to control because the RNG did not work for you. So that happens. But then again, I guess that also happens for every other team in arena, unless you're a speed team who outspeeds all the enemy units, I guess. So yeah, those are some quick pros and cons for Dark Corvus. I guess the next part of this video, I'll just show a couple quick examples of what you could and could not do with the Dark Corvus team in arena, and see if that helps you decide on picking him. So this is my most recent refresh in arena. As you can see, a lot of these teams are either speed cleave or super tanky, or ones that sort of rely on key units like Tempest Surin over here. Usually when you get teams like are based around Arbiter Vildred, you really can't deal with a lot of these teams, so It's very with an Arbiter Wieldred speed team. It's hard to deal with the first team, since there's a good chance that Ceres could outspeed you. For the second team, there's also a good chance, unless you're on a immunity set, that Politis could screw up your turn sequence. On the third team, yeah, it's the same. Another T-Surin team that would probably mess you up if RB survives and hits you with his S3. So yeah, fourth team, another tanky team that supports probably T-Surin, and the last team, it's a really tanky team with a Reviver, couple Soul Weavers, and a Mercedes to sort of mess up your passives. So I'll actually try to fight some of these teams and see what we could do with a Dark Corvus team comp. The first team who will be trying to fight this Archdemon Mercedes team. Not sure if this is a good team, but as you could see, I have Dark Corvus as my main. And then he is supported by 2 Soul Weavers, as well as this guy, General Burgess. On second thought, I might actually swap out General Burgess for Senya. See how she does. So yeah, the enemy puts up barriers, prevents us from critting them, but we don't really care about that. We don't even care about defense breaks or whatever. So enemy does that. Don't care. We will just cleanse. Now in this enemy team composition, the obvious first target is this one, Ruel. Since she is the only one who can revive enemy units, so let's just wait for her to do her things. The only thing we need to do here is to sort of break the skill nullifier and survive until we fill in our super meter, and then should be easy to go from there. So yep, Senya passive. Punch this. Get healed. DN builds a shield again, which we don't care about. Do this. And break everyone's shields. Looks like a counter build. So just punish that. Wow. And Cadis can heal herself to cycle her S3 very quickly. Not sure how much HP the enemy Ruel has, but hopefully it's not that much. 17k HP, yeah, that's a dead Ruel. Okay, so yeah, let's kill the Ruel, and their team should fall apart very quickly. Unless she survives this, which I kinda doubt. Yeah, nope, she's dead. And we will just heal again. this. She gives us S3 critical hit. We don't care about that. And of course she does that. She disables Dark Corvus S2, so we might need to get that cleansed, but there's no worries. He has 23,000 HP left, so it doesn't really bother me much. Heal ourselves. And now it's Destina's turn. She will go for the punish. I guess our next target will be DN, because she just keeps healing the enemy. Just heal ourselves. Then we get hit by the S3. Don't really care, I guess. And she hits our healer. Of course she does. Yeah, I guess she will slowly kill herself from Senia. Let's do this. Let's kill DN. And see, no one is living through 21k damage. Let's keep poking her till she dies. Yeah, let's keep shooting her. Doesn't really matter. Yep. Let her hit there. Let her hit Dark Corvus. And I guess she is also hitting herself with Senia. She hits herself with Senia again. And she hits herself again. And she hits herself again. I guess we could burn here. it's a little too close for comfort. Then we will have one soul burn left for FCC, I guess. Just punch that. Punch that. Should be dead. And yeah, it's a pretty long fight, but it's quite safe, I guess. It's a good win. Again, it might not appeal to a lot of people, but yeah, this is the playstyle I like. I don't really need to watch things very closely. Let's just heal ourselves. Shoot her. And finish the match. So yeah, that was a good win. We finished the match with pretty much full HP, and it was quite safe. So yeah, let's, I guess, look at the second fight. And match, we're fighting another Rowana team with Politis, FCC, and the Cockroach herself. So yeah, let's see how we go. I'm not sure if we'll win, to be honest, but yeah, let's give it a shot. So yeah, we get hit by S3, which is fine. We even get stunned, which is also fine, I guess. And the enemy team does that. Okay. Now it's our turn. We will first cleanse, just so Alencia can move. Then, oops, of course she does that. Forgot that. Then we will try to strip them of their buffs. Okay, we removed Rowana's revive, so I guess we can go after her first. Let's just punch her. This one will probably be S3. Hopefully we could get Dark Corvus's S3 up before his next turn. Okay, that's fine, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, let's just do this. Tisurin will hit Dark Corvus. And yeah, he could take out Rowana. Just like that, I think. Is that a dead Rowana? No, she's still alive somehow. That's fine. We'll try to take her out. That's gonna be a bit of a problem, but yeah, that's fine. I guess we could do this. So far, it's still quite safe. I don't think the enemy's gonna be doing a lot. Um, and they're just giving me more fuel to do another S3. And he blinds Corvus, so that's fine. Just push Corvus up. They will probably do a astral guide. Yep, that's fine. Push myself up. Yeah. Hopefully kill her. Now the thing with Dark Corvus S3 is even if it misses, it deals like 12-15k damage when soul burned, so it sort of doesn't matter if he misses. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, Tempest Siren does her thing again. And we're not really affected. I guess we could go for a quick heal just to top up our HP. Don't really need revive. They're just healing us back with double attacks, which is pretty cool, I guess. Let's try to punch this one. Try to provoke her. That didn't work, but that's fine. We will get hit. Hopefully a critical hit on Corvus. Nope. Just go and break their defenses. Punch. Yep, we got a provoke. Okay. Now we will try to take out Fallen Cecilia. Yeah, there's no way she's surviving that without full HP. Now we'll try to whittle down Politis HP. It shouldn't take long. And Tempest Siren does her S3 again, which we don't care about. Oh. Keep punching Politis. She's not gonna survive. Oops, no, I soul burn the one. Oh well. Now we will S3 and give ourselves a little push, and then we will start chipping away at Tempest Siren's life total. Now the objective here for Tempest Siren is get her close to or below 50, so that we could take her out with Dark Corvus's S3 attack. So MLDB, don't care. Just need to reduce her HP bit by bit. Unless she heals a ton, which she does not. Yeah, let's just punch her. Yeah, she's dead next turn, I think. 5k, okay, yeah. Let's do this. She's below 50. Not sure if she's not pushing herself. She's dead. I don't even need to do that. And that is how you beat Tempest Surin, supported by tanks and Politis. Next team, I guess one of the best things for me about Dark Corvus is he usually works with a 3-character setup, and the 4th slot is usually tailored to whatever team you're facing. That being said, he's so good in normal arena that you could use stupid characters or do experiment with the 4th slot. So in this case, I am using my triple S Xeno, and yeah, let's see what happens. So yep, the enemy team is hitting us with critical attacks even if we're a water team. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's how the game works, I guess. We just keep healing. Oh no. She hits us with her S3. And we punch back. Yeah. Let's try stunning this. Actually, I should have tried stunning someone else, but whatever. Heal. Oh no. That is not good. And she's dead. Take out their healer too. Pretty sure I messed up Elena right there. Oh well. Let's try stunning this. Try to provoke this. No provokes. Let's try to eat them with a space whale. Yes, that's good. Ooh, she hits us with a gab. That's fine. Next we will take out FCC. Bye FCC. And then we will work on politics. Fairly straightforward. I think she will S3. Anyway. That's fine. Ooh, mass heal. And she will do that. Try to stun her. No stun. That's fine. Well, I think we could just bash her in. I'm not gonna S3 her anymore. Okay. We should kill her. And then we only have T-Surn left again, even if we lost a Momo. Let's just keep on reducing her HP. And she S3s again. Let's just try to do this. It's a time to silence her. Well, of course she gaps. This is probably gonna be close, but that was pretty close. But yeah, we did a mistake with a Momo that could have made this battle quite simpler. But yeah, in the end we still win, so that's a thing. So yeah, I hope those battles sort of showcased how Dark Corvus works. To be honest, I guess Filbred or Spectre Tenebria could have dealt with stuff like Tempest Surin way better, but you need 2 heroes for those, and Dark Corvus could do all of them in a single roll. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Hope you watch all of my other content, and see you guys next time. Thanks. Ciao.